Yo, what's the business? Your local neighborhood Suparig off in this thing. Welcome to the Suparig Show. I wasted all this time making theme songs, and don't nobody watch them theme songs. Tonight, we will be talking about Cardi B, Stefon Diggs, True Love, Couples Goals. We'll be talking about Kevin Hart getting backlash from the Wood. They told the George Floyd joke and just some other random stuff. We gonna be looking for random stories on the internet. I should be on here for however long I'll be on here. We gonna try to make it an hour. We gonna try. We are going to try. Let's see what other stories is going on tonight. I ain't really been looking at the news like that. Let me see. Oh, and Rick Ross. We gonna talk about Rick Ross steady promoting Drake's album as well as the stupid Iceman rolled out, and just how, you know, I was right. I told y'all that they were going to pull out all the stops, and I wouldn't be surprised if Rick Ross wouldn't be on that thing. Or a couple other folks too. It'd be like this sometimes, man. This world is super crazy. I also found this story about this girl that whatchamacallit, what they said about that girl. She it's a couple of stories. I think she poked up her boyfriend or something like that. So we'll talk about that too for a second. Let's see who is in the house. What's the business, Royce? Me, what's popping with you? Hey, I'm glad to help. Let me see. Do the chat thing work? Let me see. Do it work? Let's see. Do its work, I say. Hell no. Oh, okay. It's over here. Let me see. Booyah. Yay. Oops, wrong button. Yay. Hey, you know how them folks be posting. They be posting on them live streamers be having their links up and stuff. I'm talking about straight all Drake videos. I've been lying to y'all for about 4 years straight. Woo! Who else in the house? What's the business for AB Productions? What's popping with you? Man, yeah, we go look for some news and stuff. Let me see if my titles work. Yeah. Oh, and we gonna talk about the dumb rich folks mad over that 300 AP watch. Let's go and talk about that now. I'm trying to fight the urge for my OCD to fix that title because I wanted to have a white outline to it. I'm not gonna do it, y'all. I am not going to go over here and fix that bar so that it has a white outline around it, because I don't need it. Why I need a white outline around the title? It is not needed for any reasons, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I sure ain't. I am not gonna make it an inner stroke pause at all. I sure ain't. Not me. Not me. Not me. Who else in the house? Lady Lex, what's the business with you? All right, and let me change it from top chat to live chat. Okay, boom. And I just realized I had to do that. Why they don't make that the default? Yeah, they be posting Dre stories 15 times a day and stuff because the rollout. I told y'all that this was gonna be, I'm talking about, and I'm seeing so many people, so many grifters, super grifters, and they go through their job to make sure this is the biggest album of blah 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 whatever. But we gonna talk about that. Let me fix this one thing. Why is the chat highlight not showing over the title? I'm gonna have to move this real quick. Once I move this, then we'll be ready to go, y'all. I gotta find out why this ain't working. I know why this ain't working. Hold on. and then after I fix this, then it's gonna be time to go. Let's see that right, Sean. Move it right down, right down. Boom, booyah. Wait, make it a little smidge smaller. Should it go up here? This why I be not getting no sleep. I'm gonna put it right here. That's okay. Yeah, that's good. Hold on. Some help, y'all. Some real stuff. All right, here we go. Boom. That's good. That's good right there. So leave it right there, dude. Stop playing. Look good. Now it's ugly. I don't even want it on here no more. I'm taking it off. And I can't see myself. Oh, okay, there we go, right there. Who else in the house? Tiff, what's the business with you, Tiff? Teresa, Kimbro, what's popping with you? Oh, yeah. And then what happened? My gym, man. So we got, I claim we got the mesh Wi-Fi network up in this thing. I set up a router in the garage. That thing weak. That signal weak as hell. So when I went out there, we lost the contact or whatever. So that's what happened on the live over at the Struggle Stream. So yeah, on the Struggle Stream channel. So I didn't mean to abandon y'all. So that's my fault. Let's see. What's business, STL? None of you was popping with you? Royce Me said, what's up with Complex? They have been posting Drake stories for months. Who owns Complex? Universal owns everything. Everything and everybody. Lucian is the lord of the music industry. I'm telling y'all. It is what it is. No, we've been in monopolies. All of our entertainment been under monopolies forever. When we was growing up, Viacom owned BET, VH1, MTV, Country Music Television, and all them other little things. Then they got swallowed up by some other conglomerate and stuff. Everything it's just like in Texas, in Dallas, we supposedly got it's ugly over here too long, real quick. That should be over here. And this should be behind me as well. I'm so sorry. And we supposedly got like 7 electric companies to pick for them. Until you look at your bill, no matter who you look, they all get their electricity from one main company. Because that main company is them, just under another doing business name as. Just like Cricket is AT&T, Boost is Sprint, and then all of the cell towers, I believe most of them is AT&T's, unless you like go to the East Coast, then Verizon on, then they all share the same stuff. Ain't no competition here. We all are under a big bamboozlement. Everything is just a big bamboozlement. Matter of fact, they about to do a deal right now. I believe Arby's, if I ain't lying, the company that own Arby's, let me see, Arby's, because Arby's bought Buffalo Wild Wings by some new. Oh no, they about to go public, and it's gonna be one of the biggest IPOs in food history. Company going public. Let me see. Inspire Brands. That's who it is. Inspire Brands. They about to go public with a $20 billion valuation. Now, who is Inspire Brands? You may wonder. They own Dunkin' Donuts. They own Arby's, Buffalo Wild Wings, Jimmy John's, Sonic. And now they about to cash out. And they already done screwed up Sonic. Sonic is disgusting now. Arby's is still delicious. Don't nobody care really about the rest of these folks. See. Tip, it is a part of the struggle. You are 100%, you are 1000% correct. 1000% correct. It is a part of the struggle. BuzzFeed with UMG having yep, on some real stuff. They have a magazine. Think I got some in the mail randomly. Remember Olivia mom? Complex been around. They started as a magazine originally, and actually they was alright when they initially came out. They was alright, and then corporate consolidation, and next thing you know, bullshittery. Matter of fact, same thing. Yeah, like let's see who owns. Let me see how this works. So Comcast is controlled by the Roberts family. Let me see. What about Time Warner? Who owns Time Warner? Parent what? Charter. Yeah, so Charter own a few different people too. Let's see who Charter own. They got Cox Communication too. Spectrum. Zumo. Liberty Broadcast. Yeah. So, man, all that stuff. It's just like with the radio. That's why all the radio stations damn near the same all over the world. I think Radio 1 or iHeart on all of like over 40%. Let's see. So iHeart on 10, but they control 25%. Yeah. And who's radio? Let's see. Dang, they only own 65? iHeart. Okay, yeah, iHeart is the man. Anyway, let's get into these stores. This first store we gonna get into is these dudes is really upset about these damn watches. Let me see, is this switch right here? So I don't know if y'all know who DDG is. But he threw a hissy fit over these stupid watches, which we gonna talk about that in a second. Let's see. This is according to Say Cheese. This is what he had to say. I'm gonna make sure the sound go work too, cause y'all know sometimes the sound don't be working over here. Let's see. I think that's it right here.
If I sell my watch and buy some swatches.
No, you said you paid 200,000.
Yes.
Right. How many?
I have
One. Oh, you got one watch for 200. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I thought you bought it to the company.
Oh no. Okay. But I don't like it's certain ways to like get connected with the actual store where you can pay retail. But the watch I got is like discontinued. They don't even make it no more.
Does that bring the value up or bring it down?
Yeah, because you can't get it nowhere.
Okay.
But I bought it at resale. Whoop-de-doo. But I think I'm gonna get rid of it, and then I'm gonna go buy me some $400 watches. I get that. Why would I spend all this money, and everybody else gonna get the same effect?
Wait, so are they gonna look the same?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard they
I'm gonna wait too then.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or you know what? It'd even be better, bro, if you just gifted me the one you have now.
Yeah. The dude, I guess he went on Big Boy. Let's see what his original rant was.
Nigga, like just seeing this make me want to sell my AP. AP, what's up, man? What's going on? I done spent $200,000 on one of y'all watches. You tell
You know what I'm saying?
God dang it, my
I'll buy
bad,
you the
y'all.
$400.
Okay.
All right. So
If I sell my watch,
That's the wrong one. My bad.
No, you said you paid $200,000.
$300.
Right.
For
How
watch
many?
I have.
Just
One.
seeing this
Oh, you got
make
one
me
watch.
want to sell my AP. AP, what's
Okay, I
up,
thought you bought
man?
it to the company.
What's going on?
Okay.
But I don't like. It's certain ways to like get connected.
Y'all gonna
bet.
make $1 billion off this shit. I get it. I already know. I can't rock no fuck.
I don't even know where this new sound coming from.
If this shit go up too much, it get too hot, I'm selling my shit. Y'all gonna make $1 billion
What? Okay.
in this make me want to sell my AP. AP, what's up, man? What's going on? I done spent $200,000 on one of y'all watches. You telling me I could have waited to 2026 and spent $300 and got the same effect? The hoes can't tell the difference. They don't know what the fuck if this a skeleton. I tell a girl, hey, this black ceramic AP limited edition, 300,000. You feel me? Come on, bruh. That shit ain't right, bro. There's niggas out here that really pay resale. I could see if I was getting my watches for fucking retail. I'm paying resale prices, nigga. I'm getting hit on the head for an extra 20,000 to rock y'all watch, or extra fucking 100,000, nigga. The AP skeleton, that shit retail like 80 bands or some shit. I'm pissed as a customer. I'm pissed. Y'all gonna make $1 billion off this shit. I get it. I already know. I can't rock no fucking AP like that no more, bro. I'm about to see. If this shit go up too much, it get too hot, I'm selling my shit.
So yes, do Rolexes and these luxury watches maintain their value for the most part? Yes, but as I've gotten older, I'm starting to realize that you heard what he said. The hoes can't tell the difference, and usually that be the main thing. God damn it, we be trying to impress other people with stuff. We don't really give a damn about ourselves and get finesse. Now you got some folks that say, oh, well, it's an investment just like Cardi B, Birkin and all of that stuff. I gotta be honest with you. An investment is just take all that money and put it in the S&P 500 and you be all right. In all honesty, they stunting. They is really stunting. These companies done sold, oh, this is valuable and stuff, and it's done. And the worst part about it is these rich folks, especially new money, be trying to impress poor folks. That's the craziest part about it. DDG is trying to impress the poors. Once you get on the internet showing off some stuff, who are you trying to impress? The poors, which is dumb. But hey, you got finessed out of 200K, and it is what it is. And these are new damn watches. What is it? AP Swatch collab. Let me see what the big problem is. This from GQ. So these watches, I'm assuming, Swatch Audemars Piguet Royal Pop. Subscribe to continue. Y'all can suck balls. They want 300 for this. 300 for it, huh? Yeah, no, I'm good. And really, I ain't mad. Wear what you want to wear. Buy what you want to buy if you got it. But that shows just how much these folks don't be knowing what to do with their money. Wasting on it. Buy some gold. How about you do that? Just buy you some gold. It says, fans are eager to see how Swatch will reinterpret the iconic look. Instead, the new AP watch appears to combine colorful colors, blah, blah, blah. $300 AP watch rumors fuel massive online demand. Luxury watches from Audemars typically cost thousands or even hundreds of thousands. The idea that collectors could purchase an AP watch Swatch edition for around $300 has created enormous interest among younger buyers and casual watchers. Yeah, so Karma, what's the mother? Afterpay. I'm gonna talk about this. Afterpay and Karma about to go crazy. Insane, even. Folks trying to have these watches. Now, you heard him say he getting his head busted buying resale, right? Check out this Asian cat. This was this Asian cat had to say about dude paying retail.
DDG, listen, you're not a customer of AP. You're their customer's customer. You can be a customer of AP. How does it sound if you could go to a AP penthouse, right, in West Hollywood, and you could overlook at the skyline of, Los Angeles. They bring you whatever drink you want, whatever food you want, and then they show you every AP they have, and you get to buy them at retail. How does that sound? You don't have to buy fucking code 1159 first. You can just go straight for the fucking octagonal Royal Oak. Ceramic if you want. Hit me up. I got the connect. I'll get you in. It's a different world. You don't have to be their customer's customer.
He do a lot of cocaine. I'm pretty sure, like, old buddy, he was skied up. Right there, when white folks on cocaine start just throwing the F word, fucking. I'm trying to keep the cursing down over here, but they just throw it, especially when they say it in front of a person, place, a thing, a noun. And, they use it as a adjective, it feels like. But yeah, he done. Somebody said, I don't know, it feel like he calling him a ninja. And I'm like, that's kind of what he acting like. Crying over a watch because you got finesse and everybody else about to get the same thing. Then I think OT Genesis was it him? I think it was him. He go post this right here. He said, when the new AP drop, I'm getting one for my son. Dope timepiece. But I choose to not walk around with the new G-Shock. Great business move for Audemars though, but I'm done. Niggas that wear the Jordans don't wear the team Jordans. He's kind of right about that part. And this is where I kind of understood a smidge. With that being said, I got hella Jordans, but I've never been above buying, a bootleg or two in my day. Back in my day, if a colorway that I wanted was not available. And bootleg technology has come leaps and bounds above. With that being said, it do be a difference in the soul, in the feel, so. But it ain't no damn $30,000, I'll tell you that damn much. I don't give a goddamn what nobody say. Hypocrite extraordinaire here. Let's see what y'all talking about. Let's see. Then one of them big wigs just passed, did they? Who was it? The Sherman Antitrust Act is they done ripped all of that stuff out. That stuff been going a long time ago. And even when they broke up Ma Bell, all they did was just change names. That's it. That is it. Friday B, they got the good brother Charles. He has backup. I seen that the other day on Big Zo channel. I went and subscribed to his new channel, whatever. That's jacked up. But I be seeing folks who get hacked get their channel back if they ain't get in contact with somebody who got a YouTube plug. Like if he can get in contact with somebody who got I think you gotta have 100K or 200,000-300,000 subs or 500. If you can get in there, or he spammed them on Twitter, they'll get in contact because one time they locked me out, my Google account. I don't know, but it was Google who did it. They was talking about my age was wrong or something. It took a week and a half, and I kept hitting them up on Twitter. And after a week, somebody sent me a link from them to redo my whole thing, and I got back in my account. But I was like that. I can get on my YouTube. I can get on nothing. But I be seeing a lot of people, get their channels back though. If he knows somebody, or if he just spam them on Twitter, hopefully he can get it back. Cause, man, that sucks. That sucks super bad. How many people had a flashback to social studies teacher when they hated? Wait, how many people had a flashback to with the ponytail dude, the cocaine dude? He looked like my science teacher, if that's what you're talking about for reproductions. Those watches look like G-Shock and Tamagotchi had a baby. They do. They do. And the kids go wild on them. It's crazy that people be paying all that money for something that is not valuable just by itself. Like gold, just buy some gold. Just buy some gold. Buy some gold or invest it into some stocks. These folks really be, and that's how they end up having Diddy parties. When you got that much money to where you buying rainbow watches, you spending 30 racks, 200 racks on a watch. And I used to wear watches when I was young and stuff, and I still kind of want a Rolex, a smidge. I still kind of do. And I might get one day. Who knows? But I promise you this. I wouldn't pay no 30 racks for no Rolex and nothing like that. I'm very much team buy what you want, but at the same time, it's some stuff that's just ignorant. I'm sorry. It's just some stuff I'm like, this is not $200,000 worth of material. This is, you just said this is how much it's worth. That's how everything works. We just all be like, oh, this is what it's worth, and people. And then the company turn around and flip. Let Birkins come out with some Birkin Juniors. It's gonna be a wrap. That's what happened to Michael Kors. That's what happened to all them brands. That's what happened to Champion. I remember Champion used to like be something back in the day, and then they ended up in Walmart, and then it was a wrap. Didn't nobody wear Champion no more. Same thing with Started. But then they started trying to get them, they name popping again, so they started putting them in House of Hoops and stuff, and then the name went back up. If something costs more, people feel like it's worth more, and it is human nature. All right, next story. Let's see what's the next story pop up. This is Rick Ross. Let's go on to the Kevin Hart story real quick. So Kevin Hart, let me see. Hold on. Y'all agreed? New report says dating has gotten so expensive that nearly half of the U.S. singles say it's no longer worth it. We gonna talk about that. We'll talk about that with the Cardi B situation. Studio footage of the horror team reacting to him recording a new viral intro to the middle. Man, if y'all don't shut up. What happened to Sports Illustrated? Remember when Sports Illustrated had like, well, what was the point of Sports Illustrated? Why was they having models on there? They didn't play no sports. But Tiffany Haddish on there right now, which so let's see. Let's go to this whatchamacallit. Save. See, where is it at? All right. So social media sounds off after Tony Hinchcliffe jokes about George Floyd during the Kevin Hart roast. I'm not gonna repeat that. Y'all can see what's on the screen. Was that George Floyd joke needed? Kevin Hart roast. I might be too woke for this. I know it's a roast, but that's really low. His roast was good until that joke. It's nothing funny about that. Also, I don't get the infatuation with George Floyd at all. Really? Joking about George Floyd? He could have said any other black dead person to make this joke, but technically, that was kind of the point. Because it is a roast. We go get into it. Before y'all start throwing tomatoes at me. But this was kind of, he couldn't have picked no other. Like, who, unless it's somebody else that famously got choked out in that fashion. Sure, when it's funny, the George Floyd shit didn't land at all. Saying shit for shock value isn't that funny. It shouldn't be celebrated unless you find it funny. A George Floyd joke at a highly publicized roast, kind of wild, not gonna lie. I find a lot of things funny. I truly do, and this is not one of them. I watched him die at the hands of police brutality during one of the darkest periods of our lives, the pandemic. Nothing about George Floyd would ever be funny. God damn, it's a whole bunch. Dark humor about the subject, Kevin Hart. They're roasting, sure. How did George Floyd or even black people in general get in it just because Kevin Hart is black? Now, people jumped from this, and then somebody said something real good. Let us say something about Charlie, and they want to arrest us. I ain't watched the roast. I think somebody might have. And now they saying Kevin Hart is a sellout. See if it pop up real fast. Here go the backlash. This is according to Comedy Hype.
Reporting live from Irish Club in Atlanta, Fight Plus News, I'm John Ab. Following the night of what should have been only celebration for Kevin Hart has now turned into viewers calling him a sellout. Kevin Hart may not be laughing at the moment. As reported, Hart would end up being the latest person roasted on Netflix, where a number of comedians and friends would come out to make fun of him and his career for this special night. Cat Williams, who has had a long time beef with Hart, would even show up. Now, for those who don't know, roasting is a
I ain't gonna lie, dude look like a super slave on him right here. Like, all he missing is that little tie thing that hang down with the two strings and some sort of Klan hat, or
a form of joke telling that is supposed to make fun of a particular thing about the person you're roasting. The jokes can range from appearance, personal stories, their life, and even family members. During the roast, several presenters would test the boundaries with jokes on each other and themselves, like when Pete Davidson's dad, who passed during 9/11, will become a punchline, as well as Kevin Hart's late mother.
Hey,
and Cheryl.
Is that Ron? Hey, I don't know if y'all know who this is over here from All Def Digital. Dude, hilarious. Dude is hilarious. I forgot his last name, but Ron, hilarious.
It was husband.
Hey, look, it's Dwayne Martin. I wonder is Will there? Did Will Smith go with him and stuff? Hopefully they able to be a couple, be together. Shout out to Black Love.
Who committed suicide. Today's roasting appears to be a showcase on how far comedy can go. Now, what appears to be an issue for some viewers is that comedy should have its limits, especially when it's taken on issues of race and injustice. During the roast, comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, who is no stranger to controversial jokes, will make fun of the late George Floyd while making fun of Hart. Hinchcliffe will go on to say, "The black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us, laughing so hard that he can't breathe." In a wide shot of the stage, Hart can be seen laughing at the moment, and this appears to be the reason for his latest backlash. You see, George Floyd would die during an arrest after he was stopped for being suspected of using a fake $20 bill. During his arrest, the officer would pin him to the ground and kneel on his neck for nearly 9 minutes. During the moment, which was caught on camera, Floyd can be heard telling the officer multiple times that he could not breathe.
All right, I knew
Many black people who have either been stopped by police or have seen injustices play out in the hands of law enforcement, Floyd's passing isn't close to funny. So for Hart to be seen laughing on stage after a white comedian would suggest that Floyd was in hell and make a callback to what is considered Floyd's last words before dying is why some online users are now calling Hart a sellout.
Y'all know how Cat Williams tried to tell us a long time ago about Kevin Hart? Everybody just wanted to laugh, they didn't want to listen. And y'all see how he was the only one at that roast who was roasting the out of him to his face, calling him he's a whole jigaboo, a bootlicker. That man took every role that Cat Williams turned down. Why? Because he's tired of comedians making black men look bad. Stop accepting these roles just for a little bit of coin. But see, it shows y'all true character, that most of y'all can be bought.
Can someone tell me what was funny about that white man getting up on that stage talking about some George Floyd is looking up at us right now? Laughing so hard that he can't breathe?
Ari Spears, J. Anthony Brown, and a plethora of other black comedians are under the comments on black women's post talking
Hey,
about
look, it's Bundy Blue.
because some black women felt like the anti-black jokes at Kevin Hart's roast were inappropriate, especially right now with all of this congressional redistricting and all of this racism going on. Racist jokes are not funny to the rest of us, but they always gonna be funny to a bunch of. It's always gonna be funny to niggas that need, some of them people's money like that enough to let them play in their face like that.
Here's my take on the backlash from the roast. I respect people who are sensitive. I don't respect the hypocrites, and that's the vast majority. That's what pisses people off. That's what comedians are fighting against. It's the hypocrisies. Everything be funny, is ha-ha, kiki, until it's your group or somebody you like or something you care about, then it ain't funny no more. Nah, that's whack. That's whack as hell. Either be offended by all of it, which is fine, then maybe you probably shouldn't watch roast if you're one of those people. Probably shouldn't go to comedy shows if you're one of those people. Or you gotta let all of it ride. But what y'all like to do is pick and choose which things you want to be mad at, and that's whack.
It's one thing to roast the people that's there.
I want to speak on what he said real quick, because a lot of people don't understand how roasts kind of work. Now, in a roast, you literally, if you don't watch a lot of roasts, they'll just talk about stuff that's in popular culture or whatever, and they say crazy stuff about crazy people down. You can go back and look at old roasts, and they done talked about white folks that done died. They had OJ jokes, and I'm not sure. Let's see if they done had who was OJ's wife? Her name, Nicole Brown. Let's see. Has there ever been a joke about Nicole? Because I want to say it was one. Brown Simpson at any comedy roast. Let me see. I remember somebody said, I heard it was one joke. Yeah, let me see. Up, down, how come they roast? Roasted Tom Brady. Not OJ focused. That's the part that's let me see. So Chris Rock faced significant backlash for a joke he made during a set in Phoenix. He compared the idea of returning to host the Oscars like Nicole Brown Simpson going back to the restaurant. Let's see. Dang it. It was somebody. Let me see. We gonna ask it blatantly. Has there ever been white comedians that got backlash making joke about someone white that died at a roast? That's what I want to know. Let me see. Okay. Well, damn, Kevin Hart got roasted, man. And see, this is where they talking about 2024. They sure did get mad about dude for making that Charlie Kirk, that Pete Davidson made that Charlie Kirk joke about old buddy, and they got mad about that. Let's see. Gilbert Godfrey at Hugh Hefner's roast in 2021, they got mad about him for talking about the 9/11 joke. He made a joke about his flight having to make a stop at the Empire State Building. Let's see. Jeff Ross got in trouble when the crocodile hunter died. And folks made fun of Paul Walker when he died at a roast. And I know what people saying, they didn't get killed like that, da-da-da-da. As a person, y'all know I used to do stand up and stuff, and I studied. When it comes to the roast, man, I done heard very crazy stuff. So the reason I paused on this and looked it up, I can hear people like, oh, you was looking for a coon. You trying to coon? No. It's just when it comes to certain stuff, if you are in the setting of that's one of them things where anything kind of goes. Anything kind of, now it don't stop nobody from stealing on you. Or you getting whooped, like when old buddy from Seinfeld said what he said. You got to deal with the consequences of it from people outside or that may not be aware of it. However, in the confines of that, even though you be like that one comedian that did that at the at Trump's rally one time and said their jokes about Puerto Rico or Haitian or Haiti and stuff like that. In my honest opinion, what the hell else would you expect somebody to say at no damn Trump? I was duh. He was gonna say some stuff like that. That was a Trump rally. When it comes to places where certain stuff can happen, I understand people being upset about it, but at the same time, especially on some comedy stuff, if it's in a comedic place, that's just some stuff that kind of go down. And especially if you done been in comedy, you done been in back rooms, all that stuff, and sexist jokes, racist jokes, all sorts of stuff can go on in the fly back there. But comedians, I'm not a comedian, but comedians are known to be bing bong bing in the head, and just, you know, if it's in that realm, a lot of people let stuff go. But let's continue with the video. That was me talking on old buddy right here, and dude funny. I forgot his name, but he funny. Let's continue. And I agree with him too. People do pick and choose about certain stuff at certain times, but with this being a roast, unfortunately, it's like it was a roast, and they talk crazy stuff at the roast. Let's continue.
Swag.
It's one thing to roast the people that's there. It's one thing to roast the people that may be in the audience there. Roasting somebody that, number one, is dead. Number two, that's not there. Number three, that...
And this is where he losing me, and this sound performative because he know how roasts work. He done been there where they don't talk about the people that's there. He done been there when they talk about tragedies and all sorts of stuff. So to me, this is very performative, and that's what old buddy was saying. That's why I be saying I be hating the internet, because folks will be coming on here for some brownie points, and unfortunately, this is giving very brownie pointish to me. Was the joke in bad taste? Sure, it was in bad taste, but it was roast, and this is very much super said that stuff, but it was roast. It ain't got nothing to do with right or wrong. It was a roast, but everybody else that's offended, if folks ain't comedians, anybody else that's offended by it, I ain't got no problem with them being offended by it at all, and I totally understand it. But this dude right here, I kind of got a problem with it, because this the same dude that told the joke that finally got everybody, the rest of the world, to know what the comedic community and entertainment industry in general been knowing about Cosby a long time ago. He was the person that sparked it. Talking about certain. He didn't do it for no good reason. He did it because he thought it was funny. He didn't do it because, you know, the women were doing wrong, were done wrong, and I want to know. He did it because he thought that joke was funny. So and that's who I think he talking about. I don't think he talking about the regular public. I think he's talking about other comedians who is coming on here like that place, and it ain't about standing up for the white boy neither. It's a roast, and they say crazy stuff. There is what it's about. Unfortunately, he about to muddy the waters and make it not about that. And let's continue.
Roasting somebody that, number one, is dead. Number two, that's not there.
And got his shirt off.
Number three,
got his shirt off and got some weird type of, it looked like a rash, but it might be taco meat. And why is it in black and white? That means he was trying to do a message. Who you know tape videos in black and white? And comedy hype didn't do that. Comedy Hype didn't do that. Everybody else, regular posts. But he gonna come on here on some black and white dramatical shit. I promise. Folks be making me mad on here playing games for digital kisses and hugs. Let's continue. Black and white trying to be dramatic with rash taco meat. Vegan taco meat on your damn shit.
The implications of why you should joke about that. Like Tony Hinchcliffe joke about George Floyd didn't make fucking sense to me. It was no reason to bring George Floyd into this. You know, it just was disgusting.
Kevin Hart is exactly who Harriet would have left behind. Kevin Hart has sold a caricature of being black for years. He embodies stereotypes that white people think are...
Now, with all that I just said, with everything I just said, this Kevin Hart
is a form of joke telling.
Was a bad look. See, now two things can be true at once. It's a roast, anything goes. All jokes, that's what's to be expected. It can be racist, sexist, all sorts of stuff. Is whatever, right? It's a lot of dudes that's been outed in they roast, where dudes making jokes about they gay lovers and all of this stuff, and everybody in the audience know it's true. The audience be like, why are they bringing up this other guy? And that's how. But Kevin, this is not good PR. Now this is where people are saying you tap dancing, because you didn't have to laugh like that at the joke. All you had to do, and what you should have did, was, because that's what I would have did. I would have been like, for the rest of the set, just so, and some, like I be telling y'all, you gotta be fake if you want to make it through this entertainment industry. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to pretend like, you know, you give a damn. And this was one of them times you should have pretended, dog. You supposed to be a good actor. Yes, my love. Yes. You trying to be a good actor, but oh no, after I get off the line. You want to be this good actor, but you couldn't act right here. You couldn't do the acting right here. It was a very bad PR move, and further pushes what Cat Williams was saying. This looks very Sambo-ish. You laughing hysterically like this, because this is the thing about it. This wasn't no like last level hilarious joke. Now, once again, super comedically, the structure of the joke was good. I can't take away the structure of the joke. It was looking, it all checked out, and that's probably what he was laughing about. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. When old girl broke it down, because I haven't even heard it. I ain't even hear him say it originally. I just been seeing clips. But when she broke it down like this,
I've seen injustices play out in the hands of law enforcement. Floyd's passing isn't close to funny. So for Hart to be seen laughing on stage after white comedian.
But little mama,
George Floyd is looking up at us right now, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
I'm sorry, that structure of that joke it just checks out. I'm sorry for just it do. And once again, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. From a comedic point of view, from a joke writing point of view, yes. I'm not mad at anybody else that's upset at that joke. Do I think the wood is a wood? Sure, I think the wood is a wood. He chose to, he felt comfortable laughing at it. And it's just not good PR. It's just not good PR, especially after Cat Williams came and said everything he said. So I don't know. You guys, let's see. I think I did a whatchamacallit, and I specifically said, is Kevin Hart a coon, specifically just for the joke, laughing at the joke. I'm about to go see what you guys what you guys decided on here, and anybody that's done left because I broke it down in the way I did, I totally understand. Let's see what did it say right here. Can I enlarge this? All right, so currently, and I think I done fixed the computer from crashing, y'all. All right, so currently, ain't no way I can. Let me see if I can zoom this in. Zoom in the boom it real quick. All right, I think I can this way. All right, so currently, is Kevin Hart a sellout for laughing at the Woods George Floyd joke? 67% said yes, he been sold out, which I'm here with the been sold out part and laughing at it publicly I'm with the first one. No, it was a roasting thing goes. I'm also on number 7 as well. Two things can be true. In 27, yes, and all the other black comic sector roasts, I can't. I don't know who else, laughed at it. Apparently nobody else. They didn't put the camera on nobody else because they would be getting, I'm pretty sure everybody else would be getting backlash as well. Let's see if we can see if it's some more. Did we finish the video? Did he come back and say something? Let's see. He probably came out and started copying.
Laughter for some a bit more concerning is that back in 2020, he would film himself showing how upset he was about George Floyd's death.
George Floyd's death is another pure display of hatred, racism at the highest level. And after it's over, the thing that can almost at least correct is immediate reaction of consequences. And instead we wait. We wait. As a system, you're flawed. You're not only flawed, you're wrong on every level. And the only way to make anything better is to fucking fix a broken immediate system. Consequences. That man needs to be thrown in jail for life. Not in weeks, now. If you were on hand and you didn't stop that senseless murder from happening, you get time too. That's what a law should say. So every cop now has a severe consequence to their actions. Hold people accountable.
Fast forward to the aftermath of the controversial joke. George Floyd's family is letting it be known that they're not happy with Hinchcliffe or Hart about the moment. We're trying to rebuild things for our community and make things better in our community. Let's try to be a little bit more positive and not sit up there doing colon inspections by white comedians. According to TMZ, who would report the family's response, they would even share that they felt that Kevin should have expressed that Floyd's death was a subject that should not have been joked about. On Monday morning following the roast, Kevin would release a video responding to the night and some of the reactions. He would go on to praise the night and even would thank Tony Hinchcliffe for what he says was understanding the assignment.
Tony Hinchcliffe understood the assignment, relentless as he always is, but funny. Like, you can't have emotions. You gotta understand what the assignment is, man. Everybody came out there and did their thing. It's not what a roast is about. Leave the emotions and the feelings at the front door. People are coming in and they're looking for the shock factor. They're looking for the crazy reaction about the hard-hitting joke. Let them fly. It's all in the efforts of being funny. It's that simple.
So let's talk about it more in the comments below. Should black viewers always push back against jokes at their expense, or does it somehow work against black people?
Oh my gosh, you cannot make this up. That's what you did, dog. Did the backlash not come that fast for you? Because they played this clip when they was talking about the Kevin Hart thing. Now, I believe not too long ago, a couple of years ago, that Kevin Hart, got in this car crash and he left this dude to die in the car or something like that or something, and then he blamed his other homeboys, black homeboys, some shit. And I'm bringing all that up to say he had a good speech right here. You couldn't have used them acting skills. to not be up here kikiing at this show. You couldn't. Once again, people compromise. I always talk about compromise. Sometimes you gotta compromise. And he didn't do that. You know what this remind me of also? And then I'm gonna read y'all comments. We're gonna move on to the next story. It remind me of this other story that just popped up about about what's his name? I almost said Freddie Gibbs. What's that dude's name? Fox. Jamie Foxx. That's who it is. It remind me of this, where Jamie Foxx had did that show, that comedy stand up special that one time, where he did church and thanked everybody for praying for him, but never told anybody what exactly happened, what he suffered through, anything. And since the majority of the crowd were black women and the majority of the people root for him, he went on this, and it was obviously a joke. He was gonna leave white women alone. Nobody believed that. No, I hope nobody believed that. But here he is. It's with I'm talking about he climbed to the top of the Caucasus Mountains through rain, hail, sleet to get that snow. Pregnant. Baby on the way. Her name is it Alice? Elise? Y'all tell me what ALCE stand, but last name is Huckstep. I don't think you can get more wood than that. She might be from the Appalachians. She might be from the Appalachian Mountains with that. I'm saying all this to say this, man. These celebrities, they always go do one thing, say one thing, just do the other thing. It's what it is. With that being said, for me, what happened at the roast is some roast type stuff. If I got a problem with something, I will say something. Me personally, I would say something. But that's why I didn't watch that roast, and I really, in general, try not to really watch roasts because they will say some very off the rail things at roasts. If y'all really like Richard Pryor, go back and look at any roasts that Richard Pryor was a part of. And the Red Fox ones, I think the Red Fox Richard Pryor one is crazy. But just go back and watch old roasts and stuff. And you'll see. With that being said, I would be a hypocrite if I didn't think, what if they swapped out the person? And this is me saying that anything goes at a roast, right? If somebody made an Emmett Till joke, I wouldn't give a fuck how good the structure would be. I'll be upset. So now I have to look within myself to why I don't feel the same vitriol for the George Floyd one that I would feel for the Emmett Till one. I'm gonna have to look within myself because I'll be upset on that one. Like, would I be able to? I wouldn't be able to see no structure in it or nothing either. So, as I always tell you, I'm a hypocrite, and we humans, we certain stuff we on, certain stuff we not, and I always try to do that. I always try to pick where I'm gonna be the opposite of something, because usually you can always find a situation where you be like, that's kind of different. I don't know why it would be different for me, but you guys put what you think in the comments if you're still here. If not, let me know what you think then. Is that the right one? Is it dots or underscores? I think it's dots. Let me see. Which one is it? Because that's actually a real email too. Let me see. Unless I lied. Let me see. I think I set it up. Anyway, next topic. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna look at the comments. Let me go to the comments, see what y'all said. Bring back up this dude right here. Okay, and then let me find where the comments is at. See if I can pop them out real quick. we go. Bring it over here. All right. Man. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. So let's see. Oh, I can do that. Okay, that's good. All right, that's good. Brady Production said, you know what? Hold on. I got to make another screen. Let me do this real quick so that way it pop up and it's larger. Oh, go over here. This ain't it. This it right here. Okay, so if I hit on this. Man. Oh, okay. This it right here. Okay. All right. So then, how do I make it be in front? Hold on, y'all. We got one more troubleshooting thing to do. And then I'll be good. Hold on. And no, I can't forget about my thugs. And all my girls off in the club. You know how you be having some like song in your head and you be like, man, I ain't nowhere near no party. Why am I singing it? But it's just in my head. All right, here we go, y'all. If the party's where you're at, let me sing. All right, here we go. This topless dude annoyed me before he spoke, but that dumb shit he just said really topped it off. Yeah. Hey, what's the business? Unspoken. Well, I ain't seen you around these parts in Two Tree. Hope you doing good. Yeah, folks be being performative on here. I be understand. Like I said, I feel like all of the ladies or any non-comedians definitely felt offended, and I understand it completely. But him, he full of flip farm filth, pimping the internet. Let's see. Oh, that's a fake one. Furby Production, I laughed so hard I couldn't breathe like Robert Trump. Who is Robert Trump? Who is it? Somebody tell me who Robert Trump is, but if it's about one of them being dead. That dude, Tony, always says racist stuff. When he performed for that orange bitch, he said racist shit. I'm not judging off of one time. If you have to be racist to be funny, maybe it ain't that funny. I understand. I don't know who the hell he is. I don't know who. Wait, is he the Kill Tony show person? Because I can't watch it. I just can't watch it. But I know about it because I've seen other podcasts be talking about that show. But yeah, I feel you about that. Sad to see some older commissions going in his show to revive career with right-wing audience. Yeah, it's a lot of comedians did that. That whole thing with what's his name? Not Joe Claire. Joe Rogan, who is not funny. Like, Joe Rogan is not a funny person at all. Like, I've never understood how he got so many because of the Carlos Mencia thing. When he went and checked Carlos Mencia for being a blatant joke stealer, because he was blatant with it. That's what got him the goodwill of everybody else. Because he was on roids, that roid rage. Had him up. I don't know if he was on roids at that time, but still. That's why, though. Lady Lex said, good comedians can make anything funny. Again, if you always saying racist shit like Tony, it's a problem. Tony is the same dude that said the stuff. That's the same dude. Oh, yeah. You know. I get what you're saying. This is no pushback. My thing is, I think some people, for his demographic, he might be the Dave Chappelle of his demographic. So I get what she's saying. Unfortunately, much like music, comedy is subjective. So but if you do the same type of material all the time, that is something called a hack. You can be called a hack for that. Unfortunately, because of the internet and skits and all of this stuff, since people watch people do the same thing over and over and over and that's all they want, hacks have now been allowed to flourish, and now a lot, and hopefully it started turning back because Drewski is starting to buck that trend of always doing the same thing over and over and over again, which is good. Because that was one of the worst things about the rise of skit comedians, online comedians, or whatever. So, but yeah, that's hackish if that's all you do. So I agree with you on that. But to his crowd, he probably getting his Richard Pryor on, and they think that he is fighting the power, the white power. Let's see, Keon Poe or Peel. You know what? I wanted to talk about Key and Peele's wife. I wanted to talk about that. We're gonna talk about that real quick. Yeesh. Well, Joe Rogan won't let many black comedians in that back room. And the one, so what's that dude that be having George Costanza for his profile picture? I be watching him and a couple other people that be talking about comedy stuff and the mothership. Yeah, I've been hearing stories about all of that, that Aryan brotherhoodness or whatever. And I will say this, and this is when I watch old stuff with Patrice O'Neal in it, and he be on Opie and whatever, blah 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 blah. A lot of them dudes do be they use my best friend Black to try to get away with jokes. He didn't get mad and da 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 da. A lot of them do hide behind jokes, hide how they feel behind a joke. Then there are some that are thinking that they being edgy or cool or it's all right because me and it's cool. And you do got to check people, comedy or not. Like I said, roast is one of them things where it's like if I went on Squid Games with somebody and we in Squid Games, since we both chose to go into Squid Games. Look, I love you, Grandma, but I am going to pull you, Grandpa, and Aunt Undini and Lucy off that podium because it's either me and you. I'm sorry. And that's how I feel the roast. If you go to the roast, unfortunately, not unfortunately, that's what the roast is. That's where I gotta be like the Keon person in this specific thing. It don't make old buddy not a racist though. It don't make him not a racist. It just makes the arena that he did the racist joke in somewhere. It's just like it's in the rule book. You can do that right here. And it don't make Kevin Hart look no less than a coon than it does. That don't negate that neither. Just because that's the hardest part about life. I feel like being able to the whole two things, sometimes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 things could be true at once. And you gotta have, what's that saying? When people pray, I pray to know, what is it? I pray for the strength to some, and then to know the difference. Oh, I pray for the strength to accept what I cannot change and to change what I can, and the wisdom to know which is which. That is where that's where it comes in with knowing when to be like, okay, even though all these things are true at once, this one thing overranks all of the ones. And that's why being human sucks. Next story, you guys. We're gonna move on to, it's gonna be, I said the next, I know you a damn lie. I know you are a liar. I can't never have nothing that work good. Never. Every time I try to follow my dreams, this would end up happening. Did I turn off the titles? Let me see, y'all. I'm sorry. But y'all know how I am. Okay. So I think that worked. Did I turn off the titles? It should work. You know what? I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't care. I do care, goddammit. Anyway, Cardi B got back with old buddy. And you know, true love prevailed. Says Cardi B and Stefon Diggs pack on the PDA at the Mother's Day event. This was May 9th. This ain't the right one. It's this one right here. It's May 12th. Says Stefon Diggs stepped it up with Cardi B and wants to make it work amid reunion rumors. Source exclusive. This is according to Jack Irvin and People magazine. Says the NFL star 32 and the Grammy winning rapper 33. I be forgetting these people be so young. I really do. I be forgetting these folks be young, and I don't know how I be forgetting that, but I be forgetting these folks is young. Have publicly spent time together on multiple recent occasions since their split earlier this year. Rumors sparked a reconciliation. Now, a source tells people they've overcome some tension in the relationship. Cardi pulled away from the drama in February, says the source. She didn't trust him and felt like things were going on behind her back. She wasn't in a place emotionally to deal with the fighting and tension. But the source notes that the WAP rapper, and just for anyone who doesn't know, that means wet ass vagina, rapper needed to just finish her Little Miss Drummer tour, which ran from February to April, and have stability for her kids. Cardi shares a son with Diggs. She also is a mom to 3 other kids with Offset, who she's still legally married to, as their divorce hadn't been finalized yet. The Bodak Yellow rapper never closed the door completely on her relationship with Diggs. The source says he stepped it up a few weeks ago and showed her that he wants to make it work. It was enough of an effort to get her attention, the source continues. She still cares about him a lot. People reached out to reps for Cardi and Diggs for a comment. Apparently they didn't speak back. And yeah, so they chilled out on Mother's Day. Now, y'all may be asking, Super, why are you even bringing this up? Don't nobody give a damn about that. And I understand it. But the reason I'm bringing it up is because old girl who had the worst, I'm talking about the worst testimony that I think I've ever seen in life, outside of that one dude that had, was his own representation and was like, oh, I'm gonna go take y'all to church today. You don't hear me. Other than that, this is the worst person on there. She has popped up on the interwebs to let everybody know. Oh my gosh, Rick Ross still out here being a hoe. To let everybody know that Cam be putting hands on folks. Let's check out what she has to say about it.
When you were pregnant, the way he talked to you when you were pregnant, the way that the same people that has defended him in this know how he treated you while you were pregnant and how he was to you when you were pregnant, will always be something I will never understand. The way he treated you in the delivery room, the way he treated you after the baby, the same person that abused you abused me. And our text messages show how he belittled you, how he spoke to you. I remember one particular night, and you know the night that I'm talking about. That night, it happened to you. That's not my story to tell. Once again, I apologize. And I hope one day you face the music. And that's all I have to say about that.
Now, so now she's saying he beat her, or apparently was at minimum, talking crazy to Cardi B. I don't really know, because ain't no telling. It could be true. It could not be true. unfortunately, and when I say this term, people, I need y'all to understand. I mean this with just because of the accuracy of it. I gotta find a way to keep this chat from getting stuffed up. I mean this with accuracy because just based on what we seen, the actions, what these people have done and said. Okay, that's why I'm gonna say this. These are rats. All right, we got rat number one is Cardi, and rat number two is the chef. Please, please, do not get upset at the verbiage I used. Okay, but it's just very rat behavior. And guess how he's acting. That's right, a hood booger. He does hood boogery things. And hood boogers and hood rats go together like a booger stuck to rat fur. It's just as a previous hood booger myself, I'm only telling y'all what I know. And as a previous exclusive dealer with of rats, for some reason, they allowed me to stick onto them. Now, I was not a fisticuff, booger. I didn't do anything like that. I was just a whore. But I'm saying all this to say, I don't know if that gentleman struck old girl down. I couldn't tell you that. I don't know if he was talking crazy to Cardi in the hospital bedroom. I would imagine that would have leaked a long time ago. I'm gonna be very honest. What this is giving off to me is she is very bitter. Now, if he did put hands on her, I will say this. I think that was something that they just like to, it may be, she may be, because unfortunately, we know some people who feel like that's love, or that's what they used to, or something like that. And this is not me saying anything is right or she liked it or enjoyed it or something, but some people accept it and they feel like that's just a part of it. It feels like she's trying to go beyond to hurt him, and now since it feels like she couldn't hurt him, she go bring Cardi into it and try to bring the stuff down. That's just what it looked like to me. Because if it was about real life, she felt like she got, trying to get justice and stuff, I don't think she would be going this route. This is just not. I know all victims don't act the same, but this is not giving off victim. This is giving off. I'm about to be super messy here. That's what it's giving off. And it also gives off that he was smashing everybody at the same damn time. I don't know, but I will say this. When boogers and rats come together in close conditions as this, you go get this type of stuff. The main reason I don't think he really did it on some real stuff, the very main reason was the picture from the next day in the car with no bruises, and I really feel like she would have took pictures and stuff. I'm gonna be very honest. I feel like she would have took pictures and she would have been had some evidence. And she didn't. And this how she getting back, because she's a bird. This is very bird. I'm just saying. Now, if a videotape come out and he is roundhouse Chuck Norris in her to the face, or choke slamming, I'll come on here and be like, you know what, you guys, I got all the emails that you guys sent here saying that I hate black women, and guess what? You wrong, but I do understand. I'm sorry, and I was wrong, and I apologize to the BBL chef. Until then, just look like hood ratchetry from all parties. It's just a Tuesday in the hood, in my opinion. But we'll see. Let's see what some of the folks said over here.
Baby.
So it says, Mila, go sit down somewhere. No one cares but miserable people like yourself. Bye, Felicia. Beware people like this. Fake booty and smile. You can't trust a fake button to smile. Poison. Yeah. And unfortunately, I think this person white, because white people started saying bye Felicia a couple of years ago, ruined it, and I've not heard a black person say or use it since then, as they shouldn't. And you should be fine if you're a black person, you say bye Felicia. I'm pretty sure this is Caucasian. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This person right here says, you fuck one wrong girl and you gonna regret it for the rest. Whoa. Let me take that. That's super facts right here. It is super facts. I'm talking about this is Carfax. Damn, she never go the fuck away. Shut your lying ass up before someone asks you a yes or no question and you malfunction. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go. I usually don't agree with the internet, but now here's somebody. She says she's probably telling the truth, but Cardi got a whole husband still. Like I said, it's not like I can't see it happening, but it's just acceptable, and I feel like that's an acceptable behavior for this group of people. Okay, and let me go on a mini rant real quick on about acceptability of certain things that are unacceptable to others. Okay. And it's and it's not gonna make sense to none of y'all. Let me go and put the email up. It's certain groups of people that I know, whether they black, white, red, brown, feel the vibrations, that are cool with certain shit for their culture or their group of people. They just cool with it, and I have been accepted that for that circle of people, something that I don't think is right. I don't care how standardized wrong it is. Like, eating people or kicking puppies in the face. I know with certain groups of people that's just how they get down. That's just it. And once I ID that that's how they get down, any type of, feeling quote unquote sorry or whatever, I don't have any type of, I be like, y'all do know they cool with that. That's what they like to do. They enjoy it, or they think that's just regular stuff. And I don't have the same feelings as other people do, or that I would have for somebody else who I feel that they would immediately feel that it was wrong. Now, don't get it twisted. I can hear people now, but just because somebody doesn't know if something is wrong and they accept it, you shouldn't feel any less sorry for them. Yes, I can. Especially if they 34, 35, the hell yeah. Now, if it's a teenager or something like that, that's one thing. But once you in your 30s and got motel room BBLs, no, this is just a part of your ministry. And ain't like, what I'm gonna do? If you like getting you choked out by your dude, that's just what they like. And they leave whenever they ready. But half the time they be choking back. Sometimes they don't. Who knows? But and that's why a lot of women are not really. Cardi B get to do hood rat things and make hood rat decisions where women they be fronting when they say they disappointed. They know damn well what decision she was gonna make. I thought she wanted better for herself. No, you didn't. Y'all like her. We all like Cardi because she's herself. She's real. When has she ever really been talking about self-embetterment for more than one post? I'll wait. I give Glorilla super props. When Glorilla was like, yo, I'm about to start reading and get my body together every day. She was at the gym, posting books, all sorts of stuff. But Cardi B did one of the 8,472 times that Offset would cheat. That's one show. I deserve better than this. I deserve better than this. And then when she finally did leave him, which she should have, she just went and got another offset. That's just a peanut butter offset. She went from chocolate to peanut butter, and the nigga after this one is gonna be this shade. He's gonna be Steph Curry, and then she gonna have to go get a white one, and then maybe a Pakistani one, and maybe a Martian one, a green one. After she go through all of the same dudes, just in different packages, when she bout, and I hate to say this because I'm not team Kevin Samuels, the wall. I don't believe in no type of walls or nothing like that. But I do, and I have. I have seen that certain folks that made a lot of decisions the younger years into the 30s, and they were still making them, they go do it in past the 40s. And then when they get into their 50s, they could be like Vivica Fox, telling people how they was eating ass. And they made mistakes at the good old ripe age of 65. And that's the bad part about it. You gotta, if you don't grow out of loving ratchetry at an early age. I caught myself around, I was about 30, 37, 38, 39. Let me see, when me and my wife get together. Whatever, a couple of years before me and her got together was when I exited. It's like, I feel like Michael Jackson with Ben. I'm gonna miss you, rats. We had so much fun together. I can't do it anymore. And as they say, as a hood booger myself, I had to wipe my own nose to get the hood boogertry out of myself. But if I had stayed a hood booger until 43, 44, if I was still a hood booger now, y'all would catch me at 65 trying to find a good girl. And I'd probably be an incel or something by that time. No, I'll be like on that episode of Martin when he had did that messed up proposal to Gina, and he was playing cards, and that old dude was talking about, they was talking to him about Gina. He was like, yeah, man, I don't care about her or whatever. And then that scene where that dude was with him, he was like, hey, man, if you got a good woman, you need to go get her. He's like, man, thanks for that advice. How you know that? He was like, I used to be a young fool, so I know what I was a young fool before too. Now I'm an old fool. Make your choice. And that always stuck with me. I was like, I don't want to be no old ass man with a dried out S curl and shit. Cause I don't know how to check my own ego. And excitement of hood ratchetry. Speaking of someone else who fell off the wagon of recovery from hood ratchetry, who I ain't gonna lie, for a split second I thought they was gonna make it. I really did. I'm talking about, I thought my wife, for some weird reason, loves watching this person. And it just came out that Rashawn Rock and Blueface appear to be I'm not sure if they reconciling or just some forgiveness, but the shit that both of them done did to each other and said about each other, and how they merged drugged out DNA to cause harm to a life form's body before it even was able to have a chance in this world. Who, let's be real, who expected them to stay away from each other? For real. Let's read what the story says, though. This is according to the Shade Room. It says, Krishan Rock and Blueface recently linked up at his show in Seattle, where she appeared on stage as a special guest. After the show, the two kicked it and even did a little sparring. They back together now. I'm sorry. They go together now. Krishan has since addressed critics following their recent reunion. She is making it clear that she has forgiven Blueface, and forgiveness is not equivalent to moving backwards. Some of y'all may know the story of me and my wife, the history. I don't know if all y'all do, but it was a lot going on when we both got together and stuff. Both of us had a lot, to learn and grow. It took me 10 years. So about 10 years in monitoring out the peripheral to even think. Like, the forgiveness came and stuff kind of early and stuff. Really, y'all know how I am. I kind of don't care about stuff. If I feel like I got done dirty, my feelings still be hurt, but all of that. But then I just cut you off in any ways. But it took 10 years to see if changes had been made on their side, and she had already knew about the changes that had been made on my side for us to even think about. We was well into our we was past 35. We couldn't 20 times couldn't do it. This and what's happening right here ain't no damn way. Especially with what they got going. What? I ain't forgiving you in no first. It's gonna take 10 years to be play fighting and sparring. Since she said, though, I didn't know she had said this about the forgiveness don't mean reconciliation. Let me see what they saying. Let me see what they say. I might have been judging too fast. Let's see. I don't hear nothing.
Like, you don't gotta be religious to be like, oh yeah, yada yada yada, and then make you not.
I thought she was getting the tattoos taken off. Ain't that dude whole face still?
To just stand 10 toes what you believe in, and it'll make an impact. But that's what I seen tonight too. I came in, but then you were saying, but I bust it down. I was like, man, I gotta go. To the chat. Chat? Nah, chat, I don't even know you. I don't know you like that. I'm sorry. No disrespect, but it's not my language.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand by my original. I can see Smash. They go together still. I'm sorry. How old is that? I don't know how old they really are. Let me see. How old is Christian? No, I cannot spell her name to save my life. How old are... I said old. How old? There we go. 29? 26? Who the oldest? Blueface? Yeah. Nah, he got a good 4 years. It's gonna take her a while. It's not. And where the baby at? Is the baby all right? Do they got a... She got a new 20-year-old last year. She still with that Mickey Figgy? And she went, yeah, this ain't up. I can see them. I don't know. But it's hard to break out of ratism. I'm telling y'all, it's very hard. Let's see, do you guys have any story of hood ratchetry or toxic? I hate that damn word. I hate the word toxic. Y'all know how I am about these what's the word I'm looking for? These words where we done we know now what we didn't know back then type shit. I hate them words. They dumb as hell. Like, because people take them to a whole nother level. And I'm gonna be very honest. I feel sorry for these kids because they live in a better world. They really don't live in a better world. They live in a world where they can't even say the real words of what stuff is. They live in a world where everything has been over safety-tized to where just regular stuff is now considered some very horrible type. Because you got to put everything in the same bucket now. You ain't no nuance. Everything now is this is toxic. This is 100% wrong. Ain't no middle, and overcorrection is just as bad as incorrection. Does that make sense? Because that sounds smart. I'm gonna stay with it. Let me see what y'all was saying over here in these chat streets. Let me close the poll. Let me see, out of 20 votes, so 65. Y'all say they been sold out. So we'll close the poll. And thank you for participating. So let's see. Brady Production said roasts have gotten out of hand. The point of the roast is to be disrespectful to the roastee, not just random. No, that's not true at all. It's always been like that. Always been like that. Not unfortunate. And let me stop saying unfortunate. I be using it all the damn time. If when I don't even be thinking stuff unfortunate. A roast is a roast for a reason. And I will say this. They say comedians are fucked up people for a reason. Most of us, and I'm not a comedian, but I did get class clown of the entire year, and runner up for a few years as well during junior high and high school. So we say messed up stuff, in some of the most messed up situations we'll make a joke out of it, and that's just some comedic stuff. And unless you got that even people like Kev on stage can't say all the stuff he think is funny as publicly as when he be going on different podcasts. If you really follow, he be thinking stuff funny, but his church crack. And this is, let me make sure I get this really put out there. This is not standing up for the Tony bastard that would. This is not about this. This is just about the roast and just comedy in central, comedy in general, okay? But comedy, it's about to change all of this stuff, y'all. Don't go nowhere, y'all. But comedians in general, our superpower is to, our superpower. Comedians in general, our superpower is to, and superpower is how you want to look at it, is to see the other side or hilarity in anything, even if it's super jacked up. Now, every power, you got to be responsible with how you use it, when you use it, and use it with, with care sometimes. But when you around other comedians, ain't no care. Ain't no nothing. If you do say something wrong and it offend you, you will get stole on. But if somebody genuinely think it's just funny and you didn't mean nothing by it, you just thought that shit was funny, hey, that's just what it is. But I get what you're saying. Like I said, anybody that's not in that world, didn't hang out in comedy clubs or do stand up or nothing like that, I get the offense of it. But it ain't too much stuff. Like I said, an Emmett Till joke will be too much. But outside of that, and I'm about to say something. That joke and trying to replace with Emmett Till wouldn't work, but I have laughed this shit that just got put together the right way. Because if you structure something and I just see the structure of it, it ain't nothing I can do about it. I'm going to laugh. and or I'm gonna be able to be like, yo, that structure was great. That was a great structure, no, but it was wrong. It was wrong, but some great structure. I really don't think there's no wrong in a joke. Matter of fact, when it comes to wrong, I look at wrong and bad and all of that stuff as personal, meaning it's certain stuff that's wrong or bad to certain people. We got our societal agreement, social contract of like what's in general wrong. Stabbing folks in the throat at the mall, back kicking kittens, things like that. That's a general, But some people offended by some stuff that other people ain't offended by. Some people was raised that some stuff is all right that other people haven't. Some people been in environments where this, that, and the third. And I try to take that into account in a lot of in everything I look at. In everything. And I naturally do that. So it ain't like nothing, no labor. So I get, and I hope you ain't like, this bitch ass super. Is you calling me a bitch? No. Nigga, I said what the fuck I said, motherfucker. These motherfuckers ain't funny. I'm just saying. You know what? I'ma cuss at nighttime. Morning time won't be no cussing. Nighttime shows cussing. There we go. Compromise. Thank the Lord for compromise. Cause I was like, why I ain't cussing? The sun ain't out. Poison Ivy said the serenity. That was what it's called, the serenity prayer. That's what it is. I hate this goddamn. Shout out to the top fans. I don't know how I got here, but shout out to all of y'all. Furry B Productions #1, Teresa #2, STL number 3, Lady Lexus #4. Hey, is this old girl from Martin? Hey, that's the episode when Gina homegirl came down there and she was acting all sedity and stuff. And then Martin found them pictures. Or was it Pam? Pam and Martin, I think Pam and Martin teamed up. And they found them pictures of her being a hood rat. Royce #5, Tiffany #6, The Spoken One #7, Poison Ivy #8, Mel, what's the business, Mel Boogie #9, Kenda, Kay, Michelle. Oh, and I saw a comment she made the other day. You said you saw my stuff, thought it was funny. I appreciate that. Now, unfortunately, you guys, if you didn't make the top 10, you really don't have time to read your name. I didn't make the rules. I did not make them rules. Poison Ivy made that rule. She told me don't read nothing past the top 10, and I was like, okay. I need to get something to say. I need to make this sign for Poison Ivy, Lady Lex, and Omar Pena whenever you get back. Y'all definitely need y'all own. They said that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make that. I'm making it. Let's see. Furby Production said she gonna leave that baby with Offset to babysit him while Cardi, Steph, and his other girls go out of town. That's his baby after all, legally. 100% it is legally his child. And if they, matter of fact, oh my gosh, Furby Productions. Dude. That's the problem. I think the chef and Cardi B and all that is just a threesome gone wrong, or a foursome or whatever. I think that is a quad lovers quarrel. That's what I think. I think it was just bopping gone wrong, because you can over bop. It is a such thing as too good of a good thing. Yeah, that's what I think. I think this is just a battle of the BBLs and jealousy. That's what I think it is. That's going on right now with the BBL chef. That's what I think. Let's see. Super must have didn't watch the Daniel Brooks trial. Let's see who Daniel Brooks is. Daniel Brooks trial. Darrell Brooks. Let me see. I'll be wrong. Let me see where it's at. Daryl Brooks. Okay. I don't trust nobody named Daryl. Daryl is one of the most untrustworthy names ever. It really is. Darrell. Or is it Darrell? Who is it? Mr. Brooks? Who is this? What do he do? The AI mode when I need the damn AI to tell me do AI stuff, it ain't doing it. Okay, let me see. No. All right. Trial overkill. What? Who is this guy? And why should I care? Is my question. What did he do? All right. He was convicted of mass murder, serving 6 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole on November 21st, 2021. He drove his SUV through a crowded Christmas parade. That's why I don't celebrate holidays neither. This is like, okay, I ain't never thought, I was gonna get ran over in a parade. But I don't like parades neither. And I just don't like celebratory days. But still though. Killing 6 people and injuring more than 60. His trial and his background carry significant national importance. I ain't heard of this motherfucker. Systematic oversight. Prior to the attack, Brooks had a violent criminal record stretching back to 1999, including domestic violence, firearm possession, and child sex crimes. Bail controversy. Just 2 weeks. All right. Brooks, okay, he killed Jackson Sparks, who was 8 and was marching. Okay. No, I ain't know about this dude. I ain't know about this dude. Let's see. Fred B. Productions said, nah, most of the white comedians have never been funny when it came to race stuff. Maybe because they in the Impressor crew. Leave these jokes for the people of color. We know the material. Let me see. That's a good point too. Let me see. Who done? It don't be the big ones. It be them like them nightclub comedians. Like you gotta go to comedy clubs and you'll catch some good ones. I think Louis C.K. had his be good because his be about how yeah, black people are right. We do run everything. So just let them call us crackers. I mean, they don't have anything else. And I was like, wow, and that's what I use to get. I'm like, look, one of your own crackers said I can call you guys crackers and Woods and Hunkies as well. So he got a good one. Let me see. You know who I ain't never watched? What's that white dude that was married to that black woman? And I guess he supposed to be invited to the cookout, which I hated when y'all did that. I wish I could go find the first person who said that. And I'm sorry, ladies. I think it was one of y'all. Or sorry, LGBTQ community guys. I think it was one of y'all that said that. They invited to the cookout. Next thing you know, we got all these damn Woods in there. Up to no good. The Woods was up to no good. Putting raisins in a potato salad. That's y'all's fault. I told y'all about that. I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson the hard way. Well, actually, I didn't learn shit because I ain't do shit. Let's see. I want that knife. I know I know a hoodie booger that's 80. Some people just are who they. Yes, Cardi is rich and famous, but she ain't. Yeah, you can take the ghetto out the hood. I mean, you can take the person out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the person. You really can't. You just can't. Unless they have been. It's still hood stuff I have to fight. when I move into these neighborhoods and it just be me and a handful of other people, I'm like, look, okay, so you can't just be hanging out. I know these your steps. I know you paid for them. Don't nobody else pay your taxes. That's true. But people don't hang out on the steps like this and be yelling cuss words real loud, having arguments with your homeboy, talking about, remember that time about these hoes. I had to, and I still do it sometimes. I be outside and I'm like, you are being loud, nigga. You shut the hell up. So yeah, you can't take it out. You know what I'm saying? You really can't. That's why people were surprised about her having digs, baby. I was like, this normal? Yes. Man, everybody ain't got the same goals. Everybody don't want the same life. Everybody, you know what? Another rant time real quick. I understand people be wanting the best for people, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But if somebody like what they like what they like. Everybody don't want somebody that's got making six figures. Everybody don't really care about that. And I can hear people now, everybody wants somebody. Some people don't care about that on some real stuff. Some people don't like fat booties. Some people don't care about what is it? 50-50. Some dudes want to pay all the bills. Some dudes don't want to pay no bills. Some women like paying for dudes so they can control them. Vice versa. Some dudes that want to pay all the bills so they can control them. It's some dudes that don't want to do nothing because they lazy. Some women love taking care of dudes because this is what they like to do. They don't want to be with no provider or nothing like that. It's somebody's for everybody. Ain't no normal. Ain't no it really ain't no such thing as normal in this world. It's nothing. It's just not. Everybody like too much different stuff. It amazes me that we get along as well as we do, because some people got a front like they like what's normal. Because normal, the word for normal when it comes to certain stuff is just everybody else. The majority of everybody else accept it or does it. But I'm so tired of people in these, if I wouldn't get, like, even with the Blueface and Christian, they made for each other. Don't either one of them need to be with somebody else that's not like that? They don't. They will destroy someone who is not like that or from that environment or accept that. They won't do, and them type of couples, usually if everything go right, can grow out of that stuff, the what's the word I'm looking for, can out of the destructive part of it together. I think me and my wife grew out of destructive stuff together when we was apart. We was going together apart without knowing we was going together. But you got to, and I think it's way better if you got somebody that can relate to them crazy ass stories as well. People be like, oh, this is, you need this, that, and the third. No, some people don't like that. Some people go to therapy and leave and be like, thanks, therapist. I don't know how to tell my mom I'm just gonna be with hood boogers because that's just what I love. But I thank you for helping me not feel shame for my hood booger love. And I do know the source of it now. I was too coddled as a youth, and I feel like I did not have enough excitement or danger, and so now I navigate to the danger, and I enjoy it. I know it looks bad to the outside to everyone, but thank you. Sometimes people do go to therapy and they like what they like, and everybody else was trying to tell them, they gonna fix you. Some stuff ain't fixed. Some stuff is just what people like. It is what it's like. Them people that like SMB and MBA is like getting tied up and shit. I don't hear nobody being like, yo, you do know the motherfuckers need to go get some goddamn help. Yeah, they put apples in their mouth. They got rubber bands attached to it and tied to the back of their head so they can't talk. You kink shaming. Them the motherfucker. If you ask me, if I was to choose a group of people, But no, everybody like, well, don't nobody be like, oh, but it's consensual. I don't give it. I think people who like getting hit consensually is more crazy than people that hit people that don't consent to it. People who's like, and that include MMA fighters, boxers, the BDS, ABC, Boys to Men, BBD people, anybody that like any type of pain, people that get a lot of tattoos, multiple tattoos on their face, anybody who like any type of pain. Now, when I say any type of pain, it's one specific non BBL SDM type that, you know, I understand from the lady's point of view. I get that. That's all right. But if it ain't that and involving me, weird. But how the hell I'm gonna tell somebody what's weird? I can't. I can tell people what I don't think I don't like. What time is it? My wife brought back some Mississippi mud cake from this sushi place. I got a feeling I'm gonna be upset about it. But we gonna see. Let me see what y'all. I'm gonna make a new setup for the chat. Cause this is just too discombobulated. And this be disappearing. I want this chat to stay. I'm gonna work on it. Let me see what y'all talking about. I'll be working my way back to you, babe. I do not consider Rogan or Tony comedians. They are problematic podcasting types like Shane and Schultz, but at least see them as comedians. Yeah, Schultz do. Yeah, I guess he got some type of comedic time and that shit. Shane, he do as well. Shane, he is what I was talking about earlier when I was like, if certain white folks that'll say something, they just think it's funny. Shane, I think, be saying shit because he genuinely think it's funny. Now, don't get it twisted. Y'all know, by default, I think all woods hate. But on the flip side, I think we here all hate. We have been groomed. We have all been groomed to hate each other in this country just based on the outside. But we have been conditioned to not act on it and try to pretend like everybody love each other. So with that being said, I think Shane just be saying shit because he think it's funny. I don't think he be like, oh, I'm gonna hurt these people's feelings and that. Because as a comedian or as me thinking I'm funny, y'all know I done said hella shit and I'm like, you guys gonna hate my guts, but I'm sorry. I think this is hilarious. And then I say it. It don't be to hurt nobody's feelings except for Drake fans and DJ Academics fans and Charleston White fans. But other than that, everybody else, I don't be trying to hurt nobody's feelings. Okay. Let me take that back. It's been a plethora of times. Sometimes I don't be trying to hurt nobody's feelings. You know what? I done messed up my whole damn case because sometimes I do be trying to say stuff to really hurt people's feelings. My God. Matter of fact, sometimes it don't be funny unless I feel like the person's feelings was hurt. That's why I be so sick and tired of talking about DJ Academics them because they too gluttonous for they too fat and ugly on the inside and the outside to really feel bad about stuff that people say because they love money. And that's when I don't be thinking it's fun no more because it's not hurting their feelings in my mind. Let's see. I remember feeling a little hyped when Rock This came out, and I already knew most of the jokes because my English teacher lent me his book and they were in it. And the Adam Sandler thing wearing on me, everyone connected to him going far right. I ain't been keeping up with old buddy. Let's see. Adam like, I just want to play basketball. Rock lived on the one rib joke for a decade before getting famous. Who is Rock? Tony Rock? What y'all talking about? Gary Young, that's that dude that was married to whatchamacallit. When it's that entire, yeah, it's crap. Yeah. Louis C.K. had it. Yes, I agree with you on that. Yeah, I'm not saying the other dudes ain't hacks at all. I'm not saying they hacks, but different audiences like different stuff. It's still people that be liking it type comedy where they well, everybody, all black women is, and they be doing it. They've been doing the same shit on Facebook for the last. It's hacks in the black community, white community, Asian community, Latino community, all communities. There are some hacks, but the reason hacks get to live, people like the same shit over and over. The majority of the people love the same crap over and over. I see it all the time on YouTube. People love just repackaged same thing over and over and over and over again. You step in, the algorithm like the same. They like predictability. The newsman, the paperboy, the evening TV. All right, you guys. I'm about to get the hell up out of here and go love up on my wife. Thanks for joining me, you guys. We'll be on a struggle stream tomorrow night. Thursday, I'm probably go live stream this the fart part 4 or whatever that is, because I like making jokes about dude getting plowed, because that's what he likes, and his fans really be feeling hurt about it. They do. The fans feelings do be getting hurt, cause. So I'm probably gonna do it to hurt their feelings. So Thursday we gonna do that. Tomorrow I don't know what the hell we gonna talk about. I'm thinking maybe lives over there gonna be from now on. Probably gonna be memberships, and I ain't playing this time. I'm probably because I gotta fix the content over there. It's kind of jacked up. So yeah, I will be over here tomorrow morning though. What time is it? 10? Yeah, I wake up on time, so I will be here tomorrow morning on some real stuff. So y'all be ready for the Suparig Morning Show. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Thank you so much for coming over. You didn't have to come over here, but you did. I'm talking about, it's amazing. You guys are amazing. Let me see, is my nose brown enough? I think it. I'm talking about excellence, you guys. You are the best crowd I've ever talked in front of. And I mean that. I'm not just saying it. See y'all on the flip side. Peace out. God damn it, this ain't the fucking morning show. Man, I knew I had missed something, dude. Why this shit going slow and shit? You just a bitch. I bet you was in better. Son of a bitch, I thought I fixed that shit.